Hello, 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 everybody. Hope you're doing good. Welcome to the Embodied Polarity. And today, I just want, I said the last time we talked about the shamanistic practices and the spirituality, but I will go into this thematic slowly. First, what I've been going through the last week, and I feel it's very important, is being in connection with your needs, with your pain, and with all parts of ourself, because otherwise there cannot be an embodiment. Um, and Knowing your needs, understanding your needs, and feeling your needs and yourself. And this goes for the both genders. It goes to the gender of like masculine, for the masculine core, and for the feminine essence. Because if we don't feel our needs as women, we cannot flow, and we cannot explain or express what do we need, and this is the way why we cannot be fulfilled in our needs. So I feel how big and how important it is that we really take time to connect to our body, and then to all the layers, to our emotions, to our all the needs that we feel, so we can express them to our beloved, to our partner. And this is also our uh, contribution to be vulnerable. It's not only when we are totally without, when we collapse to be vulnerable, but as well to express how we feel in regard of like anything that we feel, because our partner that will truly love us, if it's a man or if it's a woman, um, like I said, a woman needs to totally choose you fully. And yeah, if a man is so such a warrior, if he is the samurai that I am calling in, really the samurai that stands in truth and honesty, and he's honorable. But first, he also needs to know his needs. I feel it's not only about the purpose, but also to feel what do I need. And so in regard of this, then he can connect to the purpose, and and stay in integrity. And with the needs, I feel how important is one of the needs. Yeah, I can go to the needs, like how important is that we know our needs, because they're taking us to understand what are our own values. And this is also a way how we recognize each other in these values. How do we connect to each other? And what I've been experiencing was a huge disappointment, where I was not able to go with my needs, but I had this empowerment, because my empowerment was absolutely that I could go out of my body far, and I'm still like working on it, because this was a way of a self-abuse of, yeah, 40 years. And it's really important that when we are talking about the embodiment, that we stay fully connected to our body, that we allow that maybe we don't know anything, what is awaiting for us to reach the state where we are embodied in polarity, where we can be in a beautiful relationship with our man. Of course, all this is possible, but we need to do our work. And for women, I feel, for me, what's very crucial, because yeah, people were saying you're so strong, Brina, and I, of course, I was always very strong because of the family where I lived in. I never received a support, or very little, and yeah, I was never protected, so I had really rarely in life opportunity to be protected. But because I was not able to express the things that I am and to make them a value for me, you need to grow into that. People maybe could not really respond to it. I really felt in the last week how unseen I am, how hurt I feel, because I felt, whoa, I was such a giver in life, in my masculine shell, probably, because I always could, because there was nobody that I could lean on, and I just knew I need to do it myself, and I trained in this for many, many years, and it was a part, of course, of my self-abuse, which is now also coming out when I'm going into through this polarity embodiment, where I'm going back to my heart through my pain, fully feeling myself, and also like holding space for polarity embodiment for women and for men. Yeah, and like I said, it's deeply connected to our needs, to know our needs, to express our needs, and to fully feel our needs. What do we need? And oh, we can go into the shamanistic practice, which was my experience, that even the shamans or gurus or spiritual teachers, if they do not embody, and even I saw in the indigenous people where I went for drinking ayahuasca, and I saw, wow, I don't feel deeply this polarity between men and women. Women were very, very submissive, but I saw they're in a way almost a doormats, because they were so dependent on the man, and I was deeply, deeply, uh, deeply hurt for the woman when I know that she gave birth, and I know about cultural anthropology. It's not about the judgment, but it's about what is my value, and what do I support and I don't want to support, and what do I want to connect and I don't want to connect. And this is just my story, but maybe it will bring you a little bit more of an openness for your position, because I feel we are in times when we need to take a stand, and we need to have the position, and we need to have moral values of what we allow, what we don't allow, of what we agree, of what we don't agree. um yeah, for a woman, I'm really, really strong in taking the stand, but this just connects me to what I what I want and what I don't want, and it connects me to my needs as well and my values. So yeah, for me it was deeply hurting when I saw this woman of the chief was birthing like five children for this chief. And I was there for the first year, and she was so feminine. The woman was so feminine. I was really feeling her, and so pure, and so submissive to the chief. But there was, this when she got older, she was not in any interest of the chief anymore. He just uh, changed her for a younger woman, and I feel this is deeply hurting. And I felt, wow, by the culture, maybe this woman just is not allowed to feel this, and she needs to be submissive even further. So I don't know about the culture differences. For my opinion, I just don't agree with it. I cannot, because I feel we are all human, and even if we have the culture differences, which is of course connected to the Western way of looking at things, I feel a woman is a woman, and I can feel a woman that she has at least very mm, similar needs that I have, and that we've been in history so abused, women and men, that in this new era, and I feel in our polarity of embodiment polarity, I feel it's so important that we go into this instinct and the need of a woman, like in general. Yeah, why not? And also the need of a man in as an instinct, as in general. um of course there are many cultural differences, like I said. I don't want to go into this topic. I feel like whoever has chosen that he wants to have this polarity embodiment, of course, will choose it and try it. I feel it's true, until as women or men we don't find the path or the connection to the women, to our heart, to the way we feel, and feel totally surrendered to express it. It's so impossible for a man to penetrate, because we have these walls, and we can intellectualize them, we can rationalize them, we can be so smart, and it will not help us. So yeah, maybe just this. And regard of the pain that I was experiencing the last week, is mostly in regard not only, the partnership, but also the friendship. And I was for years in medicine circles, and I was just not aware that I really saw in the medicine how many the medicine showed me already that women in my root are they have been having this shield not to be truly vulnerable, mostly because they were very afraid to be abandoned. Like there was a grandmother, she was fully in love with this beautiful man, and he left her with seven children because he had an accident, and he fell off roof because this was his occupation. And yeah, the traumas from the root, from our ancestors are so deeply, deeply back coming. I heard that the month of May has a lot of, it has a connection with our roots and our ancestors from the feminine side, and I'm really um, deeply researching this, and also the wisdom of the womb. I feel here are solutions because these are the feelings that we feel inside. But mostly, yeah, what I wanted to say about this, the spiritual, like medicine circle, shamanistic practices, they're amazing. The medicine, the plants showed me a lot, but they didn't support me that I embody, because I went out of the body to receive the visions. Um, I don't feel that I was fully embodied during the ceremonies. No, I am like, I was trained. I trained myself to go out of the body, to figure out, to feel everybody. So, to feel everybody else, I needed to make space in the body, right? It was a part of my survival mechanism. And what to say? Yeah, to be embodied, it's just not connected to the medicine at all for me. Not anymore. I deeply love medicine. I love shamanism. I'm totally in love with the medicine, but if I want to go into the embodiment, I feel that this kind of practices cannot support me. And I also see a lot of women who are really powerful, even the shaman women, and it doesn't matter in which spiritual practice you are, women, if you're like, I truly understand that empowerment, or like empowered spiritual women, um, that doesn't mean that you're connected to your body or your needs. um, it just means that there is a spiritual power that that you have, and if it's not in the right place, like with everything else what we have, yeah, I'm also really interested in the non-dual perspective, which is how I understand it, to have all the parts of ourselves in the right place. So let's see. For now, I think this is it. Please come with your questions. Women, please tell me how do you feel your needs, and if you're already walking some sort of spiritual path, or doing the spiritual practice, please think, does this support your embodiment, or what does it does to you? We are very different. My contribution in embodiment polarity is I am really talented to feel a person. This is also part of my training. I can deeply connect to the person. I can even channel a person. And I use, for my practice, I use astrology. I'm really good at it. And I can also understand um, I can also understand um, from the chart how masculine you are by nature, and how feminine you are by nature. And I can support you in this. You can connect to me one on one. And I feel I have a lot of experiences on this field. And the the book that I am preparing to write will be polarity in astrology and through the through the signs, or better through the elements, we can see the polarity of masculinity or femininity through the elements. Okay, so all the men thank you and all the women thank you for watching this. Please don't be shy to connect. I'll be very happy to connect with you, especially on with one-on-one coaching. And yeah, it's a lot of happening. We are in the Mercury retrograde as well, coming soon, so it's stationary. We are going to go deep, and I feel the new programs can happen after the Mercury. So just stay calm, dive deep, and we are connected. And yeah, go to your needs, feel your heart. And I love you all. Mwah.